we are in the house again. I've got some plants I need to tend to here in the house. The tree in our bedroom, it's the giant bird of paradise. It's kind of flopping over because it's just getting so big. It loves its spot over there. But also, my fern is not looking its best. So I moved it out of the head planter, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. But I went ahead and grabbed one of my pots that I had in the office, and I have a little tray that I had bought quite a while ago. It had a plug. I went ahead and removed the plug. So we're gonna go ahead and transplant this guy and we're gonna give it some plant food. Take off all of the iffy. It's got a lot of leaves, a lot of new growth coming in, as you can see. That's what these are. These are new growth for the fern. So there's a ton of them growing, but it's not happy. And it's been bothering me for quite a while. We're gonna go ahead and get it transplanted here on my kitchen island. We had a horrible storm come through yesterday. 80-mile-an-hour winds. And I'm gonna show you the storm damage that we have. Not good. I have a coffee filter I'm gonna use to put at the bottom of the pot. And then I have some indoor potting mix I had in the garage, and we're gonna use some of the 𝓬𝓸𝓷𝓐 plant food. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay this at the bottom. The coffee filter allows for the water to still drain, but it holds in all of the soil. I'm gonna go ahead and give this some water. It's still a little too dry. Well, I'm gonna put a little bit more water in there. There we go. And push the soil up against the sides here, make like a little planting pocket. Before I take it out of its pot, I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Oh yeah. Look at that. Oh man, I don't want to disturb it too much, but it's definitely, oh yeah. Go ahead and get that in there. Oh, here's another tag. I just noticed that. A 𝓬𝓸𝓷𝓮𝓏. It says to keep the soil moist and apply fertilizer, liquid fertilizer it says, monthly. I have not done that. I'm horrible at fertilizing my indoor plants, just horrible at it. And I know I'm working here in my island, but it's okay. I can clean everything up easily. It's just easier for me to plant indoor plants here. Just want to pack the dirt in there, make sure that there's no air pockets. I sure hope she survives because she was gorgeous when I first got her, and I've been watching her go downhill, and I kept meaning to do this and just didn't do it for whatever reason, but I don't want to lose her, so. Now it says to use a liquid fertilizer, which I do have, but it's the large packets. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this fertilizer here and then water it in. Give her some water now. Since it's new soil, I want to make sure I water until it pees. It's not peeing yet. She's drinking. Okay, there she goes. Okay, clean this mess up. Okay. Hopefully she will do better here. I think she looks so pretty here. I do hate having this plastic tray, but none of these pots ever come with trays. kind of bothers me, but I think it'll do better here by the window with more room for it to grow, some fertilizer. I think it'll do well, I hope. We'll keep an eye on it. And then I gotta clean this up, but I moved this one, this plant here, which you can see is getting a ton of growth. I should probably water this one too, but I wanted to see how she looked in there, and I love it. And it's actually better because the fern, when I was sitting here watching TV, it was like way up here, so you couldn't sit in this spot and see TV, so she started to interfere with TV watching, but this one I think will do well. Looks good. I'm trying my hardest to be normal. I want to show you guys my tree in the bedroom. It's I'm not sure what's going on with it. It was doing really well, and now it's just flopping over. And last night when I went to bed, one of the new leaves was pointing directly out, and I said, oh gosh, we're not going to be able to sleep or go get in and out of bed. Let me show you. And this morning I woke up and it was just flopped over. So it really loves its spot here. Fix the curtains. You see how it's kind of like flopping over, but this is the leaf. It was pointing straight out like this. I haven't made my bed yet. Pointing straight out like this, and I said, oh, Ernie's not going to be able to get into bed. And this morning, boom. So I'm going to have to cut that one off, which is a bummer. Don't like doing that. So I'm not sure if this just got too heavy in the front because it has just started to uncoil. That's kind of a bummer, but it's seemed to love its spot here when we moved it here because it gets all the light from these windows and this one here. And then on dark, gloomy days, I just leave my bedroom light on. So we got that taken care of. So I wanted to show you guys what happened yesterday. First of all, my bird feeder is leaning, so I gotta fix that, but I wanna wait for the ground to dry just a tad. And then my arbor. This is our storm damage. So the unfortunate thing is we had 80-mile-an-hour straight line winds come through. It was blowing through here, and it usually does. And I was kind of concerned when we put this here. So Ernie is thinking that he's probably going to remove it. I don't know. I'm kind of bummed about that. But again, I have to wait for the ground to dry out a little bit before I do anything. It's fine the way it is. I'm gonna wait for him to come home and handle that because the ground is super saturated and I don't want to chance it with my back. But yeah, it's a bummer. Oh, it's a beautiful morning after that storm. That storm was scary. I think I'll just sit out here for a minute and enjoy it. The birds are still feeding in that feeder. And this morning I put it on Instagram. I had a cardinal land in my sweet bay magnolia, and it was in the window in the house, and it just sat there and stared at me, and it stayed for quite a while. It was really cool. And it's always such a gift to see them, especially up close like that, because they're really skittish birds and they like to stay in the tree lines, and you know, they're not as present as all the other birds are. It's really a gift when you get to see one, so I felt kind of special that it sat there and it was like looking in the window like, you know, what are you doing, lady? It's kind of cool. My neighbor just called me. She's out driving and said the damage around town is pretty bad with trees down and debris and everything. It was pretty scary. Hopefully everybody that's watching that was in the affected areas yesterday are okay. It was scary. That was probably the scariest storm that I've been through since living here. I didn't like it at all, and I was by myself, and it was bad. There was at one point I looked through the window and the rain and wind was so bad that I couldn't even see past, like I couldn't see my street, my grass from outside the window. Looking outside the window, I couldn't even see I mean, it was that torrential and windy. It was so scary. So I mean, what we have as far as damage goes is not, you know, nothing, no big deal. The birds are still feeding the bird feeder. They love it, but I'm sure their feed is quite wet now. But anyways, so I got to get the house picked up. When Ernie comes home this weekend, we are going to be working on the pathway. I think he said he wants to take care of that. We're just gonna get it done because it's already summer basically, and we need to just get that area buttoned up. And he wants to mulch the arb wall. He wants to get that mulched, and yeah, so we're going to be doing that, but I don't think it'll be in this video. I think it'll be in the next video that we get that taken care of. But for today, I need to get my house taken care of, and I thought I'd take you guys along with me for some motivation. So anyways, let's get started. next day. That is all I got done yesterday, and I just, the kids came and I just hung out with the babies. Just made myself a protein shake. So good. Bananas, chocolate protein powder, some PB2, and ice, and some almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. It's so good. I haven't really been eating a lot. I haven't really been hungry, I guess because I'm not feeling my best, but I'm really loving my fern over there by the window. It looks so beautiful, and in that pot, it looks gorgeous. And then my head planter, I love her. She looks kind of wild and crazy. What do I need to accomplish today? I have a chiropractor appointment in about an hour and a half, so I'm gonna finish this, and Ernie comes home tonight. Thank goodness. But I do want to go get my nails done. I broke one, and I just want to get the acrylic taken off. Usually at garden season, I take my acrylic off and I just wear my natural nails, but garden season is in full force right now, and I haven't done that yet because I haven't been doing a whole lot of the gardening because of my back. I did want to give you guys an update on that. I'm only getting pain in the middle of the night. I think that's pretty much where I left off last time with you guys. It's only at night between 2 and 4 in the morning, and I just get like this Charlie horse from my hip all the way down, like the back of my knee, down to my foot. And it's just like this aching, throbbing pain. And I'm not sure what that's from, but I don't suffer with pain during the day. I just have the numbness in my feet, which is horrible. I'm kind of used to it now, but I still don't feel like I will walk right out of my shoes. So I have to be really careful when I'm wearing slippers because, but I wear the slippers. I have to wear something because in case I step on something and hurt my foot, I wouldn't know because that's how numb they are. So I am wearing slippers so that I can protect my feet. But I find myself coming from like the kitchen to sit down on the sofa and I don't have my one slipper on or something. It's wild. But we're working on it. The chiropractor is confident that she's going to be able to help work through this nerve damage. So, but I'm not in pain, and that is a good thing, except in the middle of the night, that Charlie horse thing, which is very disturbing, and it's very hard to be alone and in the dark when everybody else is sleeping and you have that pain and you just feel so isolated. It's horrible. So I'm so thankful that Ernie's coming home, and he'll be home for 4 nights because of the weekend, the holiday, and that just makes me feel so good that I'm not going to be alone, and he's just, I just feel so good. But I did decide the next time he drives home, which is his next visit, I'm going to go back with him for a couple weeks, just because I need that. Right now I need to be with him, so we'll be doing some Florida homemaking. He says it's hot and muggy, so I don't know how much I'm looking forward to that, but I am looking forward to being with him and not being alone for a while, so that makes me very happy. But I'm gonna go finish my drink. I'm gonna go to my chiropractor. I'm gonna go get my nails done. I'm gonna meet you guys back here because I have some housework that I absolutely need to get done. Anyways, we'll meet you back here when I'm done. So I ended up tackling my bathroom. I just needed to do a couple of things before I left for the chiropractor. So I cleaned my shower and I cleaned the sinks, and the rugs needed to get thrown in the wash. I'm using Scrubbing Bubbles for the first time Mega Shower Foamer. I actually liked it. It smelled really good, and the bathroom still smells like that a few hours later, so I really liked it. And it seemed to do a great job. I sometimes just doing 1 or 2 things in the bathroom to freshen it up can really, do the trick. I hadn't cleaned the shower in a couple weeks, and so I really wanted to tackle that. And then the sinks I do pretty often because they're used often, so I needed to do that and wipe the counters down. And then the rugs. Anytime your rugs look dingy in your bathroom, even if you have a clean bathroom, it can make it look filthy. So I always like to stay on top of that too. So I'm going to go ahead and get those thrown in the wash. But like I said, just doing a couple of little things in your bathroom. You don't have to do your whole house. You don't have to clean your whole house. Nothing needs to be perfect. But as long as you know your home is clean and tidy and neat, and you do what you can do, that's all that matters. my nails done. I had my acrylic taken off and just a gel polish put on my regular nails, so feels good. But I'm about to make myself some lunch, and I wanted to show you guys what I'm making. This is my go-to anytime I'm not feeling like cooking, but I know I need to eat something because I do feel hungry actually. But I like these extreme wellness, high fiber, carb-friendly wraps, and I do heat them up. I don't like them like that. I know a lot of people don't heat them up, but I do. And then I buy this Just Bare chicken breast spicy bites. They're really good. And I buy this Mexican corn salad kit, and I'll show you how I put it all together. Guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you got some motivation. I want to thank you guys for staying till the end. I appreciate you, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.